Marcus Aurelius once reflected, "The soul is tinted by the hue of its thoughts. Every notion and flicker of curiosity leaves an imprint on who we are." Picture a version of yourself that's sharper, wiser, and filled with fresh insight. This isn't just an ideal, it's achievable. Here are 10 timeless Stoic methods, each expanded to provide deeper perspective and actionable wisdom. 1. Welcoming change. Life's constant companion is change. Seasons shift, societies evolve, and our personal circumstances rarely remain still. Stoics approached change as an ally rather than an enemy. When we welcome change instead of resisting it, we cultivate adaptability. This means viewing a career shift as a chance to discover new strengths, seeing relocation as an opportunity to connect with different cultures, or embracing personal transitions as moments of renewal. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that loss is merely change, and change is nature's delight. With this mindset, uncertainty becomes less daunting and more like fertile ground for growth. We start to understand that each change, whether invited or unexpected, can sharpen our problem-solving abilities, test our patience, and deepen our wisdom. Change isn't just something to survive, it's a path to becoming a fuller, more capable version of ourselves. 2. Accepting discomfort as a path to growth. Comfort is appealing, yet it can quietly stagnate progress. Stoicism teaches that personal and intellectual advancement often blooms from discomfort. Facing difficult situations, whether that's learning a demanding skill, tackling a challenging project, or confronting emotional pain, builds our resilience. Marcus Aurelius' belief that the obstacle is the way reframes hardship as a teacher rather than an adversary. Discomfort stretches our limits, revealing capabilities we didn't know existed. It encourages discipline, patience, and problem-solving under pressure. Instead of avoiding challenges, a Stoic mindset invites them as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. By training ourselves to see discomfort not as suffering but as preparation, we cultivate a robust mindset capable of meeting life's unpredictabilities with confidence and clarity. 3. Practicing purposeful withdrawal. In a world of endless notifications and constant demands for our attention, deliberate withdrawal becomes a necessity for mental clarity. The Stoics recommended intentional solitude, not to escape life, but to better engage with it afterward. Marcus Aurelius suggested retreating into the quiet of the mind to regain perspective. This can be as simple as a mindful walk through nature, journaling your reflections, or dedicating time away from digital distractions. These moments allow thoughts to settle, much like sediment in clear water, revealing what truly matters. Purposeful withdrawal also strengthens our decision-making, as we're no longer reacting impulsively but acting from a grounded state. It's a practice that equips us to re-enter the world with renewed focus, sharper judgment, and deeper inner calm. 4. Mastering emotional regulation. The Stoics saw emotions not as enemies but as signals to be understood and guided. Emotional regulation begins with awareness, pausing to notice anger, fear, or excitement before they dictate our actions. By identifying the trigger, we create a gap between impulse and response. Seneca often wrote about the power of anticipation, advising us to mentally rehearse challenges so we're less shaken when they arrive. Practical tools include deep breathing, reframing situations from another perspective, and focusing on what's within our control. Emotional mastery doesn't mean suppressing feelings but directing them toward constructive ends. Over time, we become less like leaves tossed by the wind of circumstance and more like rooted trees, steady in storms. This stability allows us to lead with clarity, compassion, and purpose, regardless of external chaos. 5. Living in accord with nature. For the Stoics, nature referred both to the natural world and the nature of human beings as rational, social creatures. Living in accord with nature means aligning our choices with our values and the greater good, while respecting the world that sustains us. It involves simplicity in lifestyle, gratitude for resources, and mindful stewardship of the environment. On a personal level, it's about recognizing our shared humanity, valuing honesty, kindness, and fairness. Epictetus reminded us that harmony comes when our will aligns with the natural order, accepting both fortune and misfortune as part of life's flow. By embracing this principle, we develop a sense of belonging to something greater than ourselves, which nurtures resilience and a sense of purpose. 6. Practicing daily reflection. The Stoics treated self-reflection as daily maintenance for the soul. Each evening, they would review their actions, thoughts, and words, asking whether they lived in harmony with their principles. This practice sharpens self-awareness and creates space for course correction. Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is essentially a journal of such reflections, written not for others but to strengthen his own character. Daily reflection can involve journaling, quiet meditation, or even discussing lessons learned with a trusted friend. The key is honesty without self-condemnation, seeing mistakes as opportunities to improve. Over time, this habit deepens wisdom, strengthens virtue, and keeps us oriented toward the life we wish to lead. 7. Focusing on what you can control. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are in our control and others are not." This principle is central to Stoic resilience. Energy wasted on uncontrollable events like other people's opinions or the weather only drains us. Instead, we focus on our actions, attitudes, and choices. This focus doesn't mean apathy toward the world but rather strategic engagement with it. By letting go of the illusion of control over externals, we free mental space for what matters. This shift not only reduces stress but also empowers us to act decisively within our sphere of influence, turning frustration into productive effort. 8. Transforming obstacles into opportunities. The Stoics taught that adversity can become a catalyst for growth. When faced with setbacks, instead of asking "why me?" we can ask "how can this serve me?" Marcus Aurelius viewed obstacles as raw material for virtue, patience, courage, creativity. For example, a failed business might sharpen strategic skills for future ventures, a personal loss could deepen empathy and strengthen relationships. By reframing difficulties as training grounds, we take ownership of our growth and transform life's hardships into stepping stones. 9. Cultivating gratitude. Gratitude, for the Stoics, wasn't limited to good times, it extended even to challenges. Every experience, pleasant or painful, contributes to our development. Practicing gratitude trains the mind to see abundance over scarcity, shifting focus from what's missing to what's present. Keeping a gratitude journal, expressing thanks to others, or silently appreciating small daily moments strengthens this habit. Over time, gratitude fosters resilience, improves relationships, and enhances life satisfaction, making us less dependent on external circumstances for happiness. 10. Serving the common good. Stoicism emphasizes that we're part of a larger human community. True fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. This might mean volunteering, mentoring, creating something of value, or simply practicing kindness in everyday interactions. Marcus Aurelius viewed service as living in harmony with human nature, since we are social beings, helping others is part of our purpose. By focusing on service, we align our personal goals with the greater good, creating a legacy that extends beyond our own lifetime. These 10 Stoic techniques, practiced consistently, offer a blueprint for resilience, wisdom, and purposeful living in an unpredictable world.